Hello guys, it is Sarah with Sarah Lee Crochet and Fabrics, and I was just making these and decided maybe I should do a quick little video on them. So usually I'll put these are the ones I'm working on, but anyway, so usually when I have some fabrics left over and I take the time to make these little coins. I call them coins. I'm sure there's a proper name for it, but I just call them coins, and then I iron them flat. I do have a craft clothing idea that I will be using these on, so I've been making a whole bunch of them. I have a whole bag full. I'll show you guys that at the end. But yeah, these are the two I just made. So you can make them in different sizes. You can use several things to, if you want to use, sometimes I'll use like a tape, a old tape dispenser if I want to get perfect circles. You can use a mug. You can use a saucer for a teacup set. But sometimes I just wing it. I will just, like for this one, I'm just going to fold the fabric over and then just cut like a half moon. And I usually just do it according to how much I want to utilize whatever little bit of fabric I have. So like this one, that's perfectly fine. So that's how I usually cut them now. I don't do the whole measuring and saucer and all of that. So I have my... Where is my sewing needle? There it is. So I have my sewing needle. I've been doing these. And I would just take this, have the wrong side facing me, and then I would just bend the edge like that and start off with a stitch. So I would keep doing that all the way around, and it's nothing precise. So I just keep doing stitches. I'm not sure what this stitch is called, where you're just going in and out. I'm not too familiar with hand stitching terminology, even though this is how I started sewing, but maybe it's called a whip stitch. I'm not sure. And you just pull it through and then keep going. Usually I make this like the thread on the needle, I make it about 1.5 foot. I don't like it too long because sometimes it'll get tangled up the longer it is. So I will just do it about 1.5 foot. Usually I can do about 3 of the circles with that amount. So yeah, I don't stick myself any longer, but I've done it quite a bit of times over my lifetime, you know, because that's how I learned how to sew, was hand stitching. I know they have the little thimbles that prevent that, but anyway, so I've come to the beginning here, and then I would just flip it on the right side now. Okay, and then pull it closed. So you just pull that thread and then kind of open it up a little bit here, make sure everything looks okay. And then what I do, once I pull it tight, I will go ahead and do a knot right where I ended off, which is just going under there. And so now it's secure to where it's not going to open up. So what I do is I go around, since I am using this for clothing, I would go around the edge and like the little gather here, I would just go in and go out around it. And then after about 1 or 2, I'll go ahead and make a knot. I just want it to be extra secure. So I'll do that a few times, just going in and out around the edge and then pulling it and then making a knot. And then at the end here, I will make a double knot and pull it pretty good. And then just cut it. Cut my thread off. And then you will end up with a very, very cute little coin. If you know the proper name to this, I know I've seen people in the quilting world do it, but I couldn't find the proper name for it. So yeah, this is what they look like. I have a whole entire bag of it right here that I'm making. Oh, that I made actually, but I wanted, for the idea I have that I'll be using these, I wanted just a nice variety of them. So I've been doing them in different fabrics and sizes and everything for the last few days. So yeah, this is how they look like. They're really cute. And what you do if you're making anything out of it, you can kind of glue them, not glue, you can sew them together. So you would just do a quick stitch right there. And then if you want this one next to it, you would just attach it with a quick stitch right, you know, on either side. So it's pretty neat. And then after I make them, let me just show you guys real quick. I will pull out my trusty little mini desk ironing pad over here, and then I would just put them, usually I would have a whole bunch, but just to show you guys, I would just put them right here and put my iron on steam. If it's on, yeah, it is. Thank you. And I would just do a couple of bursts of steam on it, and it would just flatten it really, really good. And then it goes in the pile. Now if I have a whole bunch, I would just like stack them up like this, and then I will steam it. And then as I steam it, I'll just put more over it like that, and then just go back over it again. And just keep doing that. I find that they flatten so much better when you just keep stacking them like that. So yeah, I'll just keep doing it. So yeah, that's what I've been up to, guys. Hopefully I will decide on the project that I have in mind to use these, and I will show you guys. But thank you so much for for sewing these little fabric coins with me, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.